Alright, before I start this video, don't forget, if you guys need help farming, doing PvP, or making builds, hit me up. Kamikazevondoom, I am happy to help. I do reply to all my comments, and I do help everybody that asks for it. So if you do need help, just hit me up, and I will make it happen. Now besides that, let's go ahead and get into this. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kamikazevondoom here with another Division build video. Am I wearing white Vans? Damn it. Back at it again with the white Vans. Anyways, this is going to be your 1.8.3 Firecrest PvP build. Now, I have used this in the Dark Zone, and I have used this in Last Stand and Skirmish. And I tell you what, I think we won every single game in Skirmish and Last Stand. This build actually pisses people off, to be honest. So, let's get into it. This is your 1.8.3 Firecrest. And don't forget, if you are new to this channel and you do enjoy these videos, smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. But without further ado, here it is, your 1.8.3 Firecrest. You can use this in Dark Zone, and you can use this in Last Stand Skirmish. So, this is a 5-piece Firecrest with one high-end backpack. I am using the House, Urban MDR, and just any sidearm. So, with this, we will go ahead and we will talk about the gear set. And then we'll get into the gear, and then finally we'll get into the weapons. Weapons are not that promising, just because the weapon talents are not unlocked with this build. However, the weapon talent that is unlocked on both of these weapons still help out quite a bit. So let's get into this. So Firecrest, for all you new and returning players, and you veteran players that just don't remember, here are your set bonuses. So set bonus 2 for Firecrest gives you the 3 additional grenade capacity for your incendiary grenades. Set bonus 3 gives you 50% on that range for your turret and 30% more damage. Set bonus 4 gives you that additional talent Firecrest. Every target that is burning, you get an additional 15% weapon damage, which is pretty good considering that your firearms are relatively low and you only have one weapon talent per weapon active. And finally, the set bonus 5, since we are only running a 5-piece, you get one more additional incendiary grenade capacity, an additional 5% range, which gives you 55% range on your flame turret, and another additional 20% damage, bringing it up additional 50% in total. So, the high end that everyone's worried about is right here. The talent is inventive. The inventive backpack gives you additional 15% skill power while you're at full health. Now, with this being an electronics build, it's more of like a support. It's not really support, maybe with the flame turret, but you're not doing healing. So you are sitting back. You're shooting out your abilities. I'll show and talk about the 2 abilities I am running with this build. And you are sitting back. You will be at full health. And this build will wreck. And the reason why it wrecks even more is this inventive backpack. You get an additional 15%, which if you look at my skill power, instead of being in the 300s, it's in the 400s. So I've got 411,000 skill power. And my electronics are at 10,146. But this backpack is a sure win with this build. It makes that flame turret even more, and it makes your other abilities, whichever ones you choose to run with the flame turret, it makes that ability even stronger as well. So let's get into the actual pieces, and then we will finish it off with the weapons. So starting off, we will start off with the Firecrest items. First off is this vest, rolled electronics, major attribute skill haste and health, minor attribute kill XP. Change the kill XP for ammo capacity, that would be my only recommendation. The two mods I'm running on the vest are both maxed out electronics mods with skill power. Let's go to the mask, Firecrest again, electronics, major attribute skill power, minor attribute damage to elites. So yes, you can use this build in Dark Zone, you can use this build everywhere, PvE, PvP, Last Stand, and Skirmish. You can definitely use this in the Underground. The Underground is particularly nice if you throw an immune bag, that way you don't get shocked from the shock ammo, and then you have all this damage to elites. Very, very nice to have damage to elites on this build. Now the mod I'm using on the mask is again maxed out 267 electronics with 3322 skill power. Go to the gloves. Firecrest, rolled electronics, major attributes are skill haste, crit damage, and crit chance. Yes, you can put SMG or AR damage on there. Do whatever you like. The only recommendation I would give you is have that skill haste. Go down to the holster. Not fully optimized. You can see my firearms could go up a little bit. Only thing I'm worried about here is the skill haste and the electronics are at 1401. So make sure you have skill haste as the attribute and you have maxed out 1401 on the electronics. Mod I'm using on this holster is a 4% turret damage mod. And finally, the fifth piece is the knee pads. Electronics again rolled, skill power as the major attribute and minor attribute, bleed and burn resistance and damage to elites. Now, the damage to elites on here and on the mask are both my personal preference, but more times than not, you would love to run this in PvE, and for that you have a lot of damage to elites. And the mods I'm running on the knee pads, almost forgot. Electronic skill power again, and 4% turret damage mod. And finally, this inventive backpack. Rolled electronics, major attribute skill power, and minor attribute ammo capacity. In my eyes, this is a perfect inventive backpack. All you have to do is slap the electronics mod and the 2 turret damage mods, and you are good to go. Alright, and there is your gear. Let's do the weapons real quick. I'm running House Urban MDR. For the House, the only talent that is active is the card counter, and for the Urban MDR, the only talent that is active is Distracted. Now, for a lot of you that do not know about the Urban MDR, Distracted, you get an additional 18% damage to all targets that have status effects. Therefore, you're getting everyone on a status effect, the burn effect, and you're getting the damage. Let's see, what was that? Set bonus 4, 15% damage to all burning targets, and you get an additional 18% because they're on a status effect. Great weapon. A lot of times you are going to have that range on them because you want to sit back, let the turret do the talking, and then let your Urban MDR finish them off. However, when they do run up on you, use the House. You still have that card counter that is active. Everyone knows that the House is still a great weapon, even if you don't even have 2 out of your 3 talents. Now, the base damage on both these weapons are relatively low. I do have 2900 firearms. The mods on here and the weapons are interchangeable. You can change these weapons out for anything. The only recommendation I have is keep that Urban MDR. I use that for range. I'll get them from far away, and you're still hitting 30, what is it, 36? That's without them being on any status effect. So then you add the 18 and the 15, that's what, 33% more. So there you go. You're getting well over 45% damage. And then whenever they rush you, throw on the House. Have a good day. Alright, now let's check out the character sheet real quick, and then I'll show you the abilities, and we will talk about that. So, like I said, I'm at 2900 on both firearms and stamina. Pretty much bare bones. I threw everything I have and the kitchen sink to the electronics, bringing me to 10,146. I know if you have a 6-piece and you run them all electronics, you'll get 10,246. Something like that, a little bit higher. But remember, we do have that one high end on. Now, for the weapon, this is all for the Urban MDR. So 36k base damage, 19.5 crit, 84 on the crit damage, 106 on the headshot damage. Now, I will come back to the weapon part in a second, but I want to show you guys I do have the 28% damage to elites, which is huge. And then with the Urban MDR, you do have the additional 24% enemy armor damage. Now, currently I have 25% skill haste, but everyone knows if you throw down that immune bag, it'll bring it up quite a bit. And let's see, armor is about 300 low, so I do have some optimizing I need to do. And my health is relatively low as well. Remember, this is a pure skill build, so sit back, either run a healer or sit back. Either way, this is a very fun build to have and a very fun build to run. You could even just throw a flame turret down in the middle of everyone fighting and then just fight them that way. It's a really, really fun build to run. Now, the abilities, I wanted to wait to tell you guys about this. So I run Pulse with my flame turret. Not only do I run Pulse, I run, in my eyes, the Pulse for a skill build. You could run Recon. It gives you the 48 and 48. You could run the Conceal, gives you 41 and 41, and it conceals you. And the cooldown goes down to 16 seconds. That's nice too. However, I run the Tactical Scanner. Reason being, a lot of people like to run ARs, snipers. I mean, even just running SMGs, what have you. But with this Tactical Scanner, if you look at the crit hit damage, instead of the 40% area, 41, 48, it goes up to 54.9. And the crit hit chance is still in the 40s. It's actually the same as the Conceal, 41.2. So with that being said, you get 40% crit chance. So if you're running a crit build, like any of the builds I've shown you guys in the past, they all have really high crits. So you get a guy that runs this with a flame turret that's going to melt their socks off, and you're golden. You are golden. A lot of the skirmish games we were playing, we'd win 20-2, 20-3, but I would only have like 1 or 2 flame turret kills. The rest is everyone else around me getting this pulse, and they're just melting through everything. Because they know they don't have to worry about a pulse, so they probably all throw in boosters. And that's it. Boom. And then, of course, at the bottom, I've got that Recuv link. I basically use that, pick up people, because I am sitting back quite a bit with this. Use the pulse and my Urban MDR, and then I let the flame turret do all the talking. Now, finally, the talents. Critical save. You get that damage resistance when I pop a medi. Combat medic, obviously, to help out everybody else. You have to have that wildfire when you're running your flame turret. And I recommend for all skill builds, run the tech support. You're either going to have a box out, you're either going to have a turret out, whatever it is, a shield out. You're going to have a skill deployed, so run tech support. You're going to get those kills, you'll get that extra duration, and it helps you out in the end. You could run on the move, maybe precision, but the pulse I'm running, you don't need a pulse or precision or anything. You just need to sit back, let me pulse you, and have a good one. Because even with that tactical scanner, the cooldown, what is that, 24 seconds? And then, it's still not bad. But that is your 1.8.3 Firecrest build. I recommend using this in all modes of the game. The only thing that you could change, you could change either the primary weapon or this pulse. You could do a defib, overheal. You could even do a box if you want. Make people think you're running a reclaimer. You could definitely do that. But I'm just setting up the template for you guys. This is what works for me, and I hope it works out for you. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this build, and I will see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Kamikazevondoom here. I'm out. Peace.